What's going on, everyone? So, the Lakers are here. Final 5 games of the season, the home stretch here. And Lakers need to buckle down. Lakers need to make sure that they handle business. Lakers have been incredibly inconsistent these last like 15 games or so. From a team that looked like the best team in the league, number 2 ranked defense overall for like 2 months, went on an 8-game win streak, won 12 out of 14 games or whatever, and just were like taking the lead by storm. And I mean, playing all the top teams in the league, right? Like they were fantastic. And all of a sudden, Lakers just have hit this stretch where, the effort hasn't been the same. The defense hasn't been the same. Like, I don't think anyone really thought Lakers were going to be the best defense in the league for the entire season and playoffs and stuff. The moment we traded for Luca, it was like, okay, as long as Lakers can be, middle of the pack defensively, right? If Lakers can be that, then Lakers have a chance, right? Because they're going to be really good offensively. And they have. I mean, even in the Warriors loss, right? Like they put up 116 points, right? We've seen this team. It's been a tale of two teams all season. And really, I mean, for years now, right? Like you get this team that they look like they can beat anybody. And they look like a team that just like, man, like you could easily see and envision this team hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy. But then we've seen versions of this team where it's like, are they even a playoff team? Like, are they even a play-in team? Like, they're just terrible, right? It's just like, it's really weird. And we need guys to figure it out, right? Reeves has been fantastic, but Luca's had his struggles. Luca has been inconsistent. We've seen Luca look like the best player in the league at times. When he's cooking, he's hitting all these shots and he's doing all that stuff and making plays and doing this and doing that. But we've also seen games like that Warriors game the other day where it was like, he's like bad. It's just like, dude, come on, we need you to be better. Right? This is the moment where you need to start to really buckle down and buy in. I don't expect the Lakers to go 5-0 during the stretch because they play the Thunder twice. Right? Thunder, I like that matchup. But still, Thunder are a very, very good basketball team and may end up winning the championship this year, right? It's hard to beat them twice, period, let alone in a, 3-day span. You play them twice in 3 days, right? Like, so that's a tough challenge in and of itself. And then you got like Houston and some of the, like, you still have some tough matchups, some tough teams. But really need them to buckle down and do what they're supposed to do, handle their business. In a perfect world, they go, obviously, 5-0 in a perfect world, but if they went 4-1, that would just be unbelievable, in my opinion. But if they can go 3-2 at least, I think the Lakers will be fine. Right? You go 3-2 down the stretch. I think that should be enough because the Lakers have tiebreakers and all that other stuff. Right? Some of these teams probably going to lose a game or two here and there. So as long as the Lakers, again, I just want the Lakers to get a top 4 seed. I talked about and broken down and explained why my ideal seeding is the 3 seed. I really would like the 3 seed, but whatever your path is your path, right? If you have to play, the Warriors in a 4-5 matchup and then play the Thunder in the second round and then the Nuggets in the conference finals, then that's what you have to play. And you're either good enough and you're going to do it, and you're going to end up going to the NBA Finals and playing Boston or Cleveland and win a championship, and then no one can say a thing because it's like you had the hardest road in the league, or you don't. It's that simple. People are always like, oh, Tyler, do you really want to play this team or do you really want to play that team? Yes, because you're either good enough or you're not. Last year, I said the same thing about Denver. People are like, oh, we really shouldn't play Denver in the first team. Why? We're either good enough to beat Denver or we're not. And if we're not good enough to beat Denver, then guess what? We're not good enough to win an NBA championship. If we can't beat Denver, we're not going to beat Boston and all these other teams, right? Like, again, you have to beat the best to be the best, right? Matchups are very important. A lot of times it is your path to the finals and stuff like that. Like a lot of people talked about, like the Celtics last year, right? Like, oh, they didn't play. But again, at the end of the day, it's your job to show up and beat the team that you're designed to play, right? It's not up to Boston to figure out, okay, well, hey, they don't have 3 of their top guys, so we should sit our 3 guys. But no, you show up and you handle business. They did what they were supposed to do. Lakers did it last year, right? Lakers lost in the first round, and they lost handily. Right? It wasn't like a hard fought 7 or something like that. Lakers got dominated and controlled and almost swept again. Right? So again, you got to beat the best to be the best. whatever the path is that we got to go down in order to get there and win, it's what we got to do. Right? But I want a top 4 seed. I still maintain health is the biggest priority to me. Now, LeBron, Luca, Austin Reeves in particular, those 3, we need them as healthy as possible going into the playoffs. If those guys aren't healthy, it doesn't matter what happens, right? We're not winning anything. But we also need those guys to be great, right? We need Luca to figure it out. We need Reeves to maintain and continue to be consistent. We need LeBron to continue to be great, right? Like, obviously, again, bad games, bad nights, bad moments happen. It happens. Part of the game of basketball, right? But at least 4 nights a series, we need those 3 guys to be great. We need LeBron and Luca to be transcending. We need Austin Reeves to be, great. If that happens, then the Lakers are in great shape. If that happens, I trust that the Lakers have a legitimate chance to win an NBA championship. There's not a team in the league that I look at and go, yeah, Lakers have 0 chance of beating that team. There's not a team in the league that I'm like, that's just like, that's worst matchup the Lakers possibly have. I think the Lakers can beat anybody. But in the same breath, I think all those same teams can beat the Lakers. Right? Like, I think the Lakers can win the championship, but I wouldn't bet on it. Like, I wouldn't encourage people to hey, no, it's one of those things where if we've seen the best version of the Lakers can beat anybody. Can the Lakers be that version 4 times out of 7 games? I think all the series for the Lakers in particular are probably going to be 6 or 7, games. Right? I think more likely than not, that's probably what it's going to be. Even like this series where the Lakers, win pretty handily. I think that they're going to have those games that they drop. They're going to have those games, you're going to have that game where, the opposing team just goes off, and you have a game where I can see the Lakers just not being great. Right? It's just, can they make sure they don't do that 4 times, right? Or 3 times, right? Like, because, you have that other game where the team's just going to be fantastic. But this is a good chance to work it all out, right? You have this final home stretch. This is your time. I don't care about game 77. I don't care about game 82. I care about game 1 of the playoffs. What does this look like? What does this team look like? How does Luca look? How does LeBron look? How does Austin Reeves look? Do these guys look like they figured some stuff out? Do these guys look like a team that is good enough to win? And you're going to know that pretty quickly. This was always going to be a learning curve. I talked about it from the moment we traded for Luca. I talked about how we're going to lose games that we shouldn't lose. Right? There's going to be moments where this is kind of clunky and a little awkward, and they're trying to figure some stuff out. And, that's fine. But that's why you need to figure it out now and get it worked out now before you get to the playoffs. Because the Lakers, they don't have that margin for error. They have 0 margin for error. Right? You need to start building the good habits and start building the path and style of play in which you want to play in the playoffs. Right? We've seen games where that looks great. We've seen games where that's the team and you're like, okay, that's a team that you can see hoisting that Larry O'Brien. But then we've seen versions of this team where it's just like, they're probably going to be a first round exit. So we need to figure that out. Luca's got to figure out and be consistent offensively. Again, we've seen those games where he's brilliant. We've seen those games where he looks every bit like Luca. Then we've seen those games where he looks like a normal pedestrian in the league, right? Or a role player or whatever, right? We can't have that version of Luca. Like, playoffs are a very different beast. Playoffs and regular season are not the same thing. Luca's a guy that is one of the greatest playoff performers ever. Right? His style of play is tailor-made for the postseason. Tailor-made. It's like, that's why he's so good in the playoffs, because the way he likes to play and operate is for playoff NBA basketball, where teams like to pack the paint and close out strong on 3-point shooters. Luca likes to operate in that, teeth of the defense, create that dribble penetration, operate in the mid-range. It's all for him. I mean, Luca's getting the shots. I mean, even in the recent games, he's missed several just bunnies, several gimme buckets that he usually hits, that he usually makes. Right? Like, it's not like teams are clamping him up and he's just can't get shots off and he's getting that. Right? Like, he needs to do a better job of finding the bottom of the net. He also needs to do a better job of not complaining, man. Like, the guy, LeBron is a guy that is known to complain to the refs. And at times it's even frustrating. And we've talked about it on this channel where it's like, dude, we need LeBron to get back and stop crying. Like, Luca makes LeBron look like normal, right? Like, it's crazy, right? Like, Luca genuinely, he's constantly crying to the refs, right? Like, it is just like, dude, I get it. You're frustrated. You want the call. You want every call. You want all that stuff. But like, we're getting killed on the other side, right? Can you get back? Right? At least like pretend. Give me the right? Like on the defensive side, do something, right? Like, it's just like it's frustrating. But this is it. Got to go bare minimum 3-2. I'd love 4-1. I would love you lose one to the Rocket, or not the Rockets, the Thunder, right? Just play the Thunder twice, like I said. It's tough. You lose to the Thunder once and you beat everyone else. Perfect. I can live with that. Perfect world, you win 5 games, but I think bare minimum, absolute worst, you have to go 3-2 down the stretch. I would love to go 5-0 and 4-1, right? Like, even if you lose the first like OKC game and then just win 4 straight, perfect, right? Because now you have the momentum going into the postseason. That would be ideal. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you trust the Lakers to get this done? Do you not trust the Lakers? What do you think the Lakers stretch final record will be down this final stretch? 3-2, 0-5, 1-5, 5-0. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.